Right, well I'm back with another tent. This is a Firemaple. That's right, the people who do all the cookware have finally done a tent. And what a tent! This is what you get in the package. Footprint comes separate, by the way. So I got that, all that, pegs, poles, fly sheet and inner to its double skin tent. It's 1.95 kilos, so it's less than 2 kilos for a 2-man tent. And what I'm going to do is set it up in the usual way, time lapse, and then we'll go around. I've already used this on a wild camp, so I've got the thoughts on it there, so I've already been out in it. I had a couple of little issues which were my fault, down to the weather. The wind was blowing a gale, so I had to put it in a rush, you know. But yeah, it was good. So we'll set it up via the time lapse and we'll go around it, have a look. So cue the strange music. Right, just stop it here, just to show you the footprint. This is separate, the footprint. So you pin it, use 5 pegs to pin it on for the side. Very handily, because not everybody knows. Sometimes you don't know which way it goes up. I think that's really useful. So anyway, you pin it on the corners, the footprint, and then you attach the poles. You put the poles in the 4 corners. We'll do that next. So there you go. There's the wind again. So it's a hub system. That's all one. It's all in one, like the MSR hub. And they go into the little clips at the bottom. So you put 4 out. Keep this one across the top out. Obviously this goes together. I think the 9mm poles feel good quality though. Aluminium, definitely. So you put the hub out like that, and then you clip the fly sheet on. We'll do that next. There we go. I'll clip in, so it just clips underneath there. Everything attaches to these poles. These just clip in here. That's freestanding now. It's a hub system. There's loads of feathers because we've used it camping in the down sleeping bag, sort of. Well, shed a few feathers. But this is the mesh inner. You could use that in the summer on its own. If it was windy in the summer and you were just using that, just tie a few garlands onto there. Just guy it out. That's your mesh inner hub system. Nice. So now we'll put the fly sheet on. This is where I went wrong when I was camping because of the weather. The weather dictated that I did it really quick. So let's have a look how we'll put the fly sheet on. Here we go. Didn't take long. So you match the seams to the hubs, right? And again, you put it underneath in there and then just pull these tight. Pulls it down. Keep that seam on that hub there, the Y shape, and you'll get good. I couldn't do that when it was windy, just kept blowing out my hand. This was like over here somewhere on the camp. You'll see that in the camping video. Totally different. A nightmare. I just pull them down. So this is the door. This material is 20 denier ripstop, sil nylon, I think. Just maybe nylon. It's 3000mm hydrostatic head. Feels waterproof. I mean, it's got that nice waterproof feel to it. If you know tents, you'll know what I mean. The floor is 3000mm hydrostatic. So I'll put it with, like, for example, Helleberg solo tent. It's 3000mm hydrostatic head. Everybody thinks they're a lot more, but they're not. You don't need it. 3000mm of rain. It's like about that much. That's like a foot of water. 3000mm. No, 300mm. 300mm is a foot. So imagine how much rain that can take. It's got your logo on there. Not everybody likes the logos, but I don't mind them. Let's just pin this. I use my own pegs. It comes with this pack of Y pegs and some spare guy lines. Y pegs, but I don't use them. I like to keep them clean. Some spare guy lines in there as well. But there's guy points here. This is your tie box. This is your door with the Velcro cover over it. This is your vent. Stick it like that. There's one on the other side. So here it is in all its glory. Obviously I haven't guyed it out, like I tell you, it pulls out nice when it's guyed out. Here's the inside. So this can be your porch if you're on your own, and you can store your gear over the back. There's a cat just escaping there out the back. Here's me in it. Here I am. Here I am. Oh. Look at this. It's my head at the top, right? And that's my feet are on there. It's quite long. That's the width of it. We've got two people in this and a dog in the porch on Friday night. But when I pitched it on Friday, this porch was it wasn't out there properly, and I think that had something to do with I hadn't matched the Y-shaped poles to the seams. So I matched the seams to the poles on the outside, and you got it right. So let's have a look inside. Right, there's a very handy gear loft. Double gear loft, treble one. So it's like that, and that. You can get quite a bit of gear in there, so you can put stuff in there. You can put stuff on top. There's a hook for your lantern. There's ties. Yeah. There's ties to tie it to the poles for your when it cuts up rough, so the fly sheet doesn't separate. There's a pocket here. There's a big pocket. A pocket there. There is a pocket there and a pocket there. 4 pockets. 4 pockets good. This is the other porch. These doors, these mesh doors, they open up like that. You could stash it in there. Tie backs. This door opens. Where's this? Oh, it's a side. So you come down here. Open this. Lots of ventilation. Look at this. Come on this side. Look at all the feathers. Down sleeping bags. Can be a nightmare. You tie that back. There you go. You got it all the way through. Nice ventilation. He likes the tent. If he likes the tent, then it must be good. He doesn't like anything. There you go. mint. I'm not one for dimensions, right, but I can sit up in this quite comfortably. Here's my headroom. Here's my headroom sitting up. Good few inches. Sit up in the porch here, cooking. Like this, you can just cook here. Or on the other side, if you're in 2-man mode, you have a porch each, you can get your gear up there, stash your gear up the side, and then you've got all this room. Same with that side, exactly the same, just the footprint doesn't cover that porch. I don't know why that is. I would have thought they would have done footprint for both porches. Seems a bit odd, but not really, is it? Not really a problem. Maybe something to think about. Firemaple, add a footprint for that side as well. Anyway, let's have a look at the configuration of the doors, right? I'm going to have to go and get my trekking poles to show you how these doors can be set out and how you can pull the door out to make an even bigger porch for cooking. Right, we'll come back. Yeah, he approves. If he approves, then it must be good. Because he doesn't like anything, do you? You don't like anything like it. Nothing. 3-season tent. 3-season tent. So it's got a high bathtub there. But the most of it is mesh. So that if the bathtub came up, all these were solid inners. You got a 4-season tent then. But it does come quite low to the floor. So I'd say like stroke 3, stroke 4-season tent. But make your mind up, make your own mind up. It's good in the wind, you know, we had a right windy night and it just took that wind even though I hadn't set it up properly. If the guy lane's out, it just looks really, really solid. Right, I'll get the doors configured. Just gonna wreck the tent. It's chasing a fly. Don't wreck the tent with your sharp claws. Just a quick note about the guy lines that can be free. There's big 4 of these with the runners on. 4 big long guy lines. Oh, tied a knot in it. So you can add them to the tent. Like double guy them in the existing points or use them on the poles like I'm going to do now. I'll show you. Here we are. Got a few configurations out. So you pull this one out, peg that, pull this one out, peg that. We've got a whole big old porch there now. That's like double the size. Don't forget, when you close the tent, you've got to take that back to the original position and take that one out, because it won't close like that. You can't zip it when it's like that. That's too tight, you know. So you have to take that out again. But this is basically if you want more space for cooking, if it's raining or whatever. These pull out here. This is the wing configuration, bit more extra protection from the wind. Just put the pole in there, pull it out like that. I'm back in. That's a lot bigger now, that porch. And then you've got this protection from wind and rain. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That. Again, don't forget. Obviously, you've got to take it all down when you want to zip it shut. But there's a few different variations, isn't there? Configurations, if you like. There's so much room. It's lovely. Less than 2 kilos. This. Not that includes the pegs, so I don't use them pegs. I use my own pegs, which are heavier. But that's for the fly sheet and the inner tent. The footprint, I think it was another 500 grams. It's like that. Heavy. It's light though. So the whole thing totals just over 2 kilos for a 2-man tent though. Just give your partner the poles and you're laughing really. Ugh. Crikey. So there we go. That's it. Have a look around. This is the autumn colour as well, isn't it? This is the colour that blends into all the ferns and the hills now when they're turning this colour. It's like a dome tent. But like I say, if you watch my video when we were wild camping in this, it got really windy. And it was fine. It was absolutely fine. It was just flapping a little bit, but again, I put that down to my not putting these seams right, not putting it up right. I can tell that that is 100% better than when I set it up outside in the wild. So you get 2 guy lines there for stability, 1 there, 1 that side. You get 4 extra lines if you want to double them. There you go. So there's just one more thing to show you and then we're done. And I've got to put it away till the next time. So another little thing, if it's not windy and you don't need a guide out, you can roll the door up, the bottom of the door, and just fasten it on there for extra ventilation. Because when it's not windy, you know what it's like. We had no condensation on this the other night, absolutely none, so it was good. Bone dry. This is how I would put it away when it was dry. So there you go, the Firemaple Tropic 2. Tropics, Tropic. What do you reckon? Personally, I like it, and it's got a load of features. The porches and the doors are brilliant. So the links will be in the description. I think there's a discount code. I think it sells for about, I don't know what the price is. I'm not good at this. It's all in dollars, you see. Sorry, about 200 quid maybe. But it's 2 kilos. It's less than 2 kilos. Add the footprint to get 2 kilograms. But if there's 2 of you, one of you takes the poles, that tent weighs nothing. Less than a kilo, the tent itself. Put your thoughts in the comments and we'll get it out again. Also have a look at the wild camp I did in it. See how I did it wrong. It's this side I had set up wrong. Definitely have to get these seams matched up with the poles, okay? You've got to do that, otherwise that porch doesn't come out properly. Okay, that's it.